Okay, so welcome to Mathstoria, and it's a factoring quadratic expressions having a leading coefficient not equal to 1. So from this given quadratic expression, this term is the leading term. So the term with the highest exponent and the coefficient of the leading term is called the leading coefficient. Since the leading coefficient is not equal to 1, so to factor this quadratic expression, we're going to use these different steps. So first, we need to multiply the coefficient of the first term and the third term. So multiply 3 times positive 8, that's positive 24. Then write all the factors of the product. So we need to list all the factors of positive 24. Since 24 is positive and the middle term is also positive, so therefore the factors of 24 are all positive. So these are the factors of positive 24. We have 24 times 1, also 12 times 2, that's 24. 8 times 3, that's also 24, and 6 times 4. So these are the factors of positive 24. Then the sum of the factors must be equal to the coefficient of the middle term. So therefore, we need to add all the factors. So we have 24 plus 1, that's 25. 12 plus 2, this one is 14. 8 plus 3, this one is 11. And 6 plus 4, this one is 10. Since the sum must be equal to the coefficient of the middle term, and the coefficient of the middle term is positive 10, so therefore, the factors of positive 24 is 6 times 4. Then replace the middle term by the factors, so we need to replace this 10x by 6x plus 4x. So this is now our new equation, 3x squared plus 6x plus 4x, and that's equal to 10x, then plus 8. Then do factoring by groupings. So the first two terms, that's the first group. So we have 3x squared plus 6x. This one belongs to the first group. Then plus, so this 4x plus 8 belongs to the second group. So to do factoring, we're going to use a common monomial factor. So for the number, we have 3 and 6. So divisible by 3, you put 3 outside. Then x squared and x, so divisible by x, so you put x outside. Then simplify. So this 3 divide by 3, that's 1. X squared divided by x, that's x. Then plus 6 divided by 3, that's 2. And x divided by x, that's 1. So these are the factors for the first group. Then for the second group, so for the numbers 4 and 8, divisible by 4, so you put 4 outside. Then simplify. So 4 divided by 4, that's 1. Then we have x, so we have 1x. Then plus 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So these are the factors for the second group. Then to simplify, since we have x plus 2 for the first group and x plus 2 for the second group, so you put x plus 2 outside, so x plus 2 times, combine this 3x plus 4. So times 3x plus 4. So these are now the factors for this quadratic expression. Then for this given, so again, multiply the first coefficient and the third coefficient. So 6 times negative 7, this one is negative 42. Then write all the factors of negative 42. Since 42 is negative and the middle term is also negative, so therefore the bigger number must be negative. So these are now the factors for negative 42. So we have negative 42 times 1. So the bigger number must be negative because negative times positive, that's negative. Then we also have negative 21 times 2. Then negative 7 times 6. Negative 14 times 3. So these are the factors of negative 42. Then add all the factors. So we have negative 42 plus 1. This one is negative 41. Then negative 21 plus 2. This one is negative 19. Negative 7 plus 6. That's negative 1. And negative 14 plus 3. This one is negative 11. So since the middle term is negative 11, so therefore these are the factors of negative 42. Then replace the middle term. So this is now the new equation, 6x squared. Then start with negative 14x plus 3x, because negative 14 plus 3 is negative 11. Then negative 7. Then do factoring by groupings. So for the first group, 6x squared minus 14x. Then plus for the second group, 3x minus 7. Then simplify. So do common monomial factors. Start with the numbers. So 6 and 14. So divisible by 2. Then x squared and x, so divisible by x. Then simplify. So 6 divided by 2. This one is 3. X squared divided by x. This one is x. Then minus 14 divided by 2. This one is 7. X divided by x, that's 1. So these are the factors for the first group. Then for the second group, since 3 and 7 there's no common, so just bring down the second group. Then observe in the first group, we have 3x minus 7. And for the second group, we also have 3x minus 7. And we all know that there is an imaginary 1 for the second group. So therefore, put this 3x minus 7 outside. So we have 3x minus 7. Then times, combine this 2x plus 1. So times 2x plus 1. So these are the factors of this quadratic expression. Then for this given, so multiply the first term and the third term. So 3 times 10, this one is positive 30. Then list all the factors of positive 30 since 30 is positive and the middle term is negative. So therefore, all the factors must be negative because negative times negative, that's positive. So we have negative 30 times negative 1. Negative 15 times negative 2. Negative 10 times negative 3. So these are the factors of this positive 30. Then add all the factors. So this one is negative 31, negative 17, and negative 13. Since the middle term is negative 17, so therefore the factors of positive 30 is negative 15 times negative 2. So replace now this middle term. So we have 3x squared, then negative 15x, negative 2x, then plus 10. Then do factoring by groupings. So first group, we have 3x squared minus 15x. Then for the second group, since this one is negative, so you put this negative outside and change the sign of the terms inside the parentheses. So this negative 2x becomes positive 2x, and this positive 10 becomes negative 10. Then do common monomial factoring. So let's start with the numbers. So 3 and 15, this one is divisible by 3. Then x squared and x, so divisible by x. Then simplify. So 3 divided by 3, that's 1. X squared divided by x, this one is x. And then minus 15 divided by 3, this one is 5. Then x divided by x, that's 1. So these are the factors for the first group. Then for the second group, so minus 2 and 10, so divisible by 2. Then 2 divided by 2, that's 1. Then we have x. Then minus 10 divided by 2, this one is 5. Then observe that for the first group, we have x minus 5, and for the second group, x minus 5. So put x minus 5 outside. Then times, combine this 3x minus 2. So times 3x minus 2. So these are the factors of this quadratic expression.